We're going to think a bit about those positive and negative conversations between Mary and Peter. Here's the positive conversation.
Oh, hello, Peter. How are you?
Hi Mary, I'm fine. How are you?
Well, not too good. I hurt my leg last night. In the dark, I walked into the recycling boxes that were next to the gate.
What, my boxes? I'm sorry.
Well, it's not the first time. Can we do something about making them less of a hazard?
Well, you know I put them out late at night because I start work early in the morning and don't want to be waking everyone up at 5 a.m. Well, what do you suggest?
Well, I do appreciate you not wanting to wake us up. In the dark, I can see the black bin okay. Could you stack your boxes away from the gate on the other side? That way I wouldn't trip over them.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Let's have a closer look. This starts with an exchange of greetings. Even though Mary might be angry or even nervous about talking to Peter, she doesn't show it. After Peter replies, Mary tells him what's happened without accusing him in any way. Her tone and language are both neutral. Peter immediately shows he's concerned, and Mary adds to her case simply, still without accusing him. Then she quickly suggests working together to find a solution. It's important that Mary has not accused Peter or tried to get one over him. And as he has not been accused of anything, there's no need to be defensive. He also gives his point of view simply and calmly. Then he picks up on Mary's suggestion of working together. Mary acknowledges Peter's point of view as reasonable, and she's thought about a suggestion before starting the conversation. That makes it easy to move on to a possible solution, putting the boxes out of her way. It seems like an obvious answer. Peter's not been put on the spot, and he's happy to say that's okay. But it might have been different. Here's the negative conversation.
Ah, Peter, I've got a bone to pick with you.
Oh?
Yes, it's about those recycling boxes that you leave scattered around by the gate. I walked into them in the dark last night and hurt my leg.
How do you know they're my boxes? Other people put boxes out, you know. You said it was dark, nothing to do with me.
I'm forever tripping over them when I take Rover out. You just chuck them down without thinking of anyone else. I'm sick of it.
This is the first I've heard of this.
It's against the law. I'm reporting you for obstruction. You can't get away with this.
Yeah, well, I'm going to report you for having that dog barking all the time.
Mary starts the conversation aggressively. Peter is immediately defensive and not helpful. She might hope that her negative and aggressive approach, saying Peter always leaves the boxes scattered around, will convince him of her case, but it does the opposite. It's likely she's been thinking about this encounter since last night and letting her anger build up, and when that happens, the problem just keeps growing in her mind. Peter becomes extremely defensive. Both are now starting to dig in deeper. Mary's exaggeration, forever tripping over, actually weakens her case, and so does assuming what Peter is thinking. What she is saying and the way she's saying it is becoming an invitation to Peter to match her aggression. Peter makes one last bid to defend himself by saying it's the first he's heard of it. If that's so, then he probably is wondering where this has all come from, and there's little chance of a positive reaction from him now. Mary's threats simply notch the tension up and encourage a tit-for-tat response from Peter, who now goes on the attack, possibly opening up a new disagreement over Rover's barking.